But sometimes that's what it is. Opposites attract.
Yeah.
And, that's nice.
Well, there was no doubt about it, that's for sure. I mean, because everything he did was so different than anything that I'd seen anybody do. And I thought, you know what, he makes life interesting. And he's funny. I mean, about everything. He still is, by the way. It's the thing that's kept me married to him for 37 years, is that I never know what he's going to do next, and yet I love it.
Yes, of course, yeah.
I love it. And he's still funny. His humor is hysterical.
Yeah, I've just been around you two a couple of times, and just at the event that I met you at, the Merv Griffin event, he was hysterical. And today.
Oh yeah, and we do things that now even more so. And now he says, you know what, you're getting funnier than me. I'm not happy about that. And I am too. I've learned a lot.
Yeah, you're picking up on that.
Exactly right.
What would you say your proudest moment is?
My proudest moment? It has to be, well, it has to do with my children. I mean, everything that they've done. I have an Academy Award that it's sitting right there, by the way, in back of you, that I'm very, very proud of. I mean, that gave me a great deal of good feeling that I am in the right business and I'm doing the right thing and I love what I do. But, I was much more proud, seeing my son get football scholarships to every school and major college and around, and here reading the first book that or script that my son Sean wrote, and Ryan, who's my youngest, and was having more problems than anybody, now is probably the top guy in the family now. So they make me so proud and so thrilled to have given birth to these guys, and they're good fathers.
Did you want a girl?
Yeah, but I wanted one because Jack did more than anything. I would like to have had both, but the more boys I had, the more excited I was.
And easier if you have three boys and let them all.
Yes, that's exactly
so it made your life easier.
Yeah, exactly. Made my life easier. And as I'd heard from everybody that had daughters, they were more difficult to raise.
Or just one daughter with the boys and they're beating up each other, fighting.
That's
and
right.
It's just,
So
interesting.
I was thrilled to have.
If you could do one thing over again, what would it be?
Let's see if I could do one thing over again. I'm trying to think. What would it be? I don't think there's anything I would do over again.
I read something about you. I've read a lot about you.
Moment.
What about not divorcing Jack?
Well, I would never have gotten a divorce, but he wanted the divorce.
Would you have remarried him?
I don't know about that, no.
If you never met Marty, do you think you would have remarried him?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm not sure. What I do know, though, I probably would have waited a long time to marry Marty. But he died right after that.
Yes.
So, and I probably would have waited, yes, I would have waited.
So there's nothing that you regret or that you think, God, I made the wrong choice? What about the Partridge Family, when they said if you did the Partridge Family, you would kill your film
movie career? Exactly.
Yes.
Are you kidding? It was one of the best things I've ever done. I got to stay home and raise my kids for almost 5 years, and they were school age then, and it was just the greatest.
That is not a typical answer.
I know.
Of an Academy Award-winning actress. Career is everything.
I know. No, but that's the point. It's never been everything to me.
Because it just happened for you. It's not something that you wanted to do since you were a kid and striving for it, and it took you 30 years to get your Academy Award.
It didn't. I mean, I'm thrilled and very grateful for everything that's happened to me and feel very fortunate, that's for sure. But it's not, I mean, my family was always more important to me. But I'm thrilled with the business I'm in. I mean, I think, I'm not sure I would like to have done anything else, to tell you the truth, because I was always able to sing, always loved performing, but it wasn't number one in my life, so.
What were your parents like?
Well, my father, we were in the beer business. This little town of Smithton, PA, population 800, had a brewery that my grandfather built called the Jones Brewing Company, and the beer was called Stoney's Beer. It's still in, the brewery is there, but it's no longer in operation. But the beer is still being made at Rolling Rock in Pittsburgh. And my grandfather was called Stoney Jones, and my grandmother lived to be 97. Grandfather died at 52 because he had a leg removed. But as I said, I was an only child. But all the family lived close. My grandmother had 8 children, 4 boys and 4 girls, and they all lived in these. They all took care of the brewery. My father went around and sold the beer. He was the youngest of the boys, and I would, because I was an only child and very close to my father, he would take me with him. I was in more bars at 6, 7, 8, 9 than any young person had ever been in.